I arrived yesterday in the city of Parapat and then this island, and I got myself probably the nicest accommodation I had in 4 years of traveling. So I can show you what it is, right? I was a bit tired, so I wanted a little bit better today. For 3 nights I'm here, so this may be like not the huge luxury, but for me it is very nice. So clean, spacious room, and the actual bathroom. Everything is like nice and clean, and here like a private suite, and then a little balcony with a gorgeous view of the lake. I'm on the island, right? So yeah, I think this is the nicest, most luxurious accommodation I had in 4 years. Guess how much I'm paying for this? 17 euros a night. Yeah, welcome to Asia. When I was traveling in Europe, I paid 30 euros per night for a hostel. Yeah, this is quite a difference. Yeah, so today I'm here. This will be my breakfast. Yesterday I even found some abandoned cocoa plantation. Got a few of these. Beautiful, right? So when I arrived yesterday, I just thought I sat here on this bench and ate some fruit and looked at the view. And I just thought to myself, I'm 22, I'm traveling Sumatra. What could be better? Even though it's not easy, right? What I'm doing, these usually remote areas, non-touristic traveling is not easy, especially in the countries where nobody speaks English, because the things work differently here than in Europe. Even the simple things like transportation, right? In Europe you would just search for a website of the bus company and then they will tell you the date and the schedule and everything. But here you have to ask people. There's no websites or official schedules or nothing, so you have to ask people, and people don't speak English. That's difficult, so you have to use Google Translate, and they maybe even can't write and read, so that's more difficult. And then when they say it's like tomorrow at 5, and then you get there at 5, and then they say no bus today, maybe tomorrow, or there is one bus in the evening, but we're not sure when it's coming from because it's from Jakarta, so maybe 7, 8 or 9, so just go there and whatever it's there, just do like this, right? That's the bus stopping sign. So that happened to me yesterday, right? Even like this, getting here. Then you have to know the prices before, because everybody wants to scam you. And they say way more than this, and even though it's way too much already, because some people here see you as a walking ATM because you're white, and they think white people are rich, which is kind of true in general, but not exactly, right? Yeah. So what I'm doing is not easy, but what's easy, it's not meaningful anyway, so it's okay. 2 more nights here, and then I go to Bukit Lawang, which is a national park in North Sumatra with the highest population of orangutans. Yeah, I think I'll do some jungle trekking a few days if I can. Hopefully have some good, amazing wildlife encounters. It's gonna be the highlight of this trip. Even though I'm actually not even supposed to be here in Sumatra, well, I plan to visit orangutan, but all the other places in Sumatra were complete change of plans, because I actually wanted to go to Papua, right? To the remotest large island in the world, but to the remotest large island in the world, but my flight was cancelled. Probably they didn't sell enough tickets to make the trip profitable. So I got some problems with that, and yeah, so I didn't go to Papua, so I went to Sumatra. When I arrived in Jakarta, I had the biggest logistical problems of my life, really. Here on the road, problems happen all the time. It's what I'm doing. It's not like a vacation of holidays or something. There are problems every single day, and you have to solve them yourself. So it makes you more independent and reliable. So when I arrived in Jakarta, this flight was cancelled, and it was from a shitty, cheap airline. So probably know how customer service of these ones are. So that was a total bizarre nightmare. Hopefully, I get the money back. Nothing is clear. And then my Google account got temporarily suspended because of the suspicious activity. Probably because I change IP addresses all the time, every day for the past 5 months, and it's suspicious. So I had no email, I had no Google Maps, no nothing. Then my bank was frozen, also because I withdraw money, do online transactions, everything from different place every day. Also linked to suspicious activity, so I had to deal with that, call my bank. This went for days and days, and they sent me the things on the email, but I didn't have an email because of this Google account. They want to send me on SMS on the phone, but I didn't have my phone number from Slovenia because I'm in Sumatra. So this was a terrible nightmare, the biggest logistical problems of my life. So I'm still a bit sick actually from that 1 week. It was so much stress. That was the worst. But I got through it. Everything is sorted out now. Just if you maybe think that traveling like this, it's super great and relaxing and amazing and just fun and games. Yeah, it's a lot of that, but it's a struggle every day, and it's difficult. But yeah, what's easy, it's not meaningful anyway. So I like it that way. I can tell you a little bit about yesterday. It was quite an interesting day. Morning. So I got to eat at the restaurant where I was a young man working as a front guy, right, front of the house, like a waiter, because I think he was the only one that could speak English in the family, and he was about the same age as me, 1 year younger. He was 21, and I always like to talk to like hard-working young people who didn't have the same opportunity as me, right? Because I can travel the world right now, and he has to work in this family restaurant business. Anyway, hi there, good morning. No, thank you. maybe later. Yeah, everybody's offering me something, motorbike and drive here, drive there. Anyway, I ate at that restaurant, and then I saw this place also offers a massage, and I asked him who gives the massage, and he said his sister, and I was like, okay. And he goes, but no plus. I literally had no idea what he was saying in the beginning. Didn't even cross my mind. And I asked him, what do you mean? What is plus? What do you mean by plus? And he just couldn't say it. Until eventually I figured out what he was trying to say, but just couldn't say it. People are very, very shy here. So it crossed my mind how common must have been here for these young women to be forced to do things they don't want by the white man, right? Yeah, that's pretty bad, because here I'm in a bit more touristic, more well-known places. So here actually there are other Europeans, and everybody here is a local, speaks a bit of English, so it's much easier to communicate here in North Sumatra. But yeah, it just made me think like how so by plus he meant the sexual favors, right? Because there's this there's this stigma in Southeast Asia that this massage always comes with some sort of sexual favors, which is not like entirely true. So I've been here 5 months. I've been to many massage places, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, and I've never had any sexual harassment. But that's because I go to the like a bit more legit places, right? You pay. The interesting thing is you pay a little bit more to not get it, right? That's kind of an interesting. So the shitty, cheap, dirty places, there's gonna be more of a harassment. If you like that, go there. I don't. But anyway, yeah, the things that these girls have to do for money, it's just bad, right? The first time it really crossed my mind how lucky I was to be born in Europe and not Central Europe, a modern developed country, and not some other when I was in Greece, which is also in Europe. I was in Zakynthos, I believe so, and there was this main square where there was one old lady and a bunch of little kids, little girls, maybe like 5 years old, right? And this old gypsy lady was their boss. She was standing somewhere in the middle, and like 3 or 4 maybe little girls running around asking foreigners for money. But they didn't go, they did like this signal, right? You know, what they want to eat, But they didn't just do that. But when you didn't give them money, they would like pull your hand, and so that's the point of me when the line is crossed, right? If somebody is begging, respectfully, I don't give them money. I think you do them less bad than good if you give money to the beggars, because then they will keep doing it for the rest of their life. So I don't give money to beggars, no matter if it's little kids, old men, whatever. So yeah, and these girls were really pushing it, so pulling my hand, my clothes. So yeah, when that line is crossed, I'm like, get the fuck away from me, right? That's not kidding anymore. And just it made me realize, so these girls were so young, they were like 5, and they were already forced, really forced to get money from people. They were probably like beaten up in the evening if they didn't get enough money because they were pushing it so hard. So it's pretty bad, right? So yeah, pretty lucky I never had to do something like that, right? As a child, I had a good, amazing childhood, lovely parents and everything, but not everybody has that. People have to do all sorts of stuff to survive. Anyway, so that night he invited me for some wine drinking with his friends. It was palm wine. If you've never tried palm wine, it's disgusting, but okay, let's go. So I went with him, and his friends weren't the kind of people I would imagine, some young male like us, but it was more like an older this village, this town people, because all of the young people are not here, because if you want to get any sort of education or job, you go to Java, right, to the main island. So it was me, him, and then a bunch of these mature men here. And yeah, the stories they told were beyond bizarre. Yeah, people live interesting lives here. So yeah, we were all a bit drunk. I didn't have alcohol now in months probably, so even after just 2 glasses of wine I was a bit tipsy, and so were other people, because Asians have weak metabolism, so they get drunk very quickly. Yeah, so the stories they would tell me, I had one guy admitted for a murder, and it's not, he told it like it's a pretty normal thing. He said he wanted to kill me first, that's what he thought, so I killed him first, and he described precisely how it happened. They went for a drink together and stuff, and they were like calm, and then suddenly he grabbed a knife and just put it straight into his chest, and he bled out and died. Because he thought he wants to kill him, so he wants to kill him first. They had some dispute of land, over land or something like that. And then I was quite interested because I've never had somebody admitting to murder before to me. Even though people told me all sorts of stuff, but never something like this, right? So then I asked him if he served time. I was really interested about it. So how strict these laws are in Indonesia, right? And I learned the shocking truth. So he got 2.5 years for murder, but he got out after 1 year or something, because the way justice system works here is the more you pay, the less you're gonna stay in the prison, because it's all about money here, all about money. So if they keep you in the prison, they have nothing of you, they just have to give you food and everything. So they lose money and they want to gain money, so you have to pay them to get out of the prison. So the bizarre thing here actually is, and the view here is beautiful, the bizarre thing is that people here in prison don't even stay in prison, they just sleep in prison, and in the daytime they allow them to go out of the prison and find job, work whatever they can find, so they can find money, so they can pay back the prison. So you only sleep in the prison, and then you can do whatever you want in the day. So that's just beyond crazy to me. And he told me he was in prison for drug selling and all sorts of stuff, but altogether he served, he said, 2 years or something, all of his life. Yeah, this was just a bizarre thing. Yeah, and he described this murder very precisely. Yeah, this just the things I hear and see here are incredible. I had once, a few months ago, I met an Indian, what is it called, forensic doctor, and he told me about his job. Very difficult job, right? Traumatizing. He showed me some pictures of brutally murdered child, completely without their face, some plane crash, bodies everywhere. I've seen death before, but that I never see it before this trip when I was in Cambodia. That literally the first thing when we came to Cambodia driving were two people had a motorbike accident. So two dead people. First thing I came in Cambodia just last week here in Indonesia. That's also the reason I don't rent motorbikes here, because people drive like crazy and life is worth nothing, so it scares me. Just the things I see and I hear are just the things I would never ever had in if I would just stayed at home, right? Because in Europe we live in a bit of a bubble, maybe, because everything is Central Europe, especially, or Northern, right? Everything is also Western. Everything is nice and organized. Nobody is really poor. Everything super safe, low crime, good education. We just have everything, right? But outside that, the world is not like that. So people have difficult lives, struggles as a kids, as an adult, everything. So I think it was kind of important for me to see that over the past years of traveling. It made me appreciate the things I have a bit more, right? So, and if you're watching this, you're probably someone I know from Europe. So yeah, you can appreciate things that you have also, because not everybody has them. Yeah, the lives we live in the Central Europe are not realistic representation of what the world is about. Yes. Anyway, on this island in the Lake Toba in the North Sumatra, which I learned is the the largest island inside of an island in the world. So island side of Sumatra, right? So I'm staying here one more night, and tomorrow I go to Bukit Lawang, where I'm doing a few days of jungle trekking, hopefully seeing orangutan. That's gonna be, and maybe Sumatran tiger and elephant. It's gonna be one of the best wildlife experiences of my life. Now I didn't want this video to take like a bit a darker turn, more of a like death and suffering and pain. I just thought I might share a little bit that I've learned, that maybe you may find some wisdom in it, right? So anyway, yeah, have a great day and appreciate the things that you have.